The snowstorm hit without warning, a ferocious howl that swallowed the night and forced 6 strangers to seek refuge in a lone cabin deep in the woods. The group, bound by necessity, shared only fleeting glances and terse introductions as they huddled around a flickering fire. Lila, a young woman with a camera slung around her neck, claimed to be a travel blogger. Greg, a grizzled truck driver, seemed uneasy and guarded. Evelyn, an elderly woman, said she was hiking to visit family. Jason, a nervous man in a suit, avoided eye contact and kept checking his phone despite the lack of signal. Mia and Lucas, a couple, stayed close together, whispering and exchanging worried looks. The storm raged on, cutting off any hope of escape. Jason, pacing by the window, muttered, "We're stuck. No way anyone's getting here until morning." As the hours dragged, the tension grew. Greg suggested they take turns keeping watch, in case the storm breaks or anything else happens. Lila volunteered for the first shift, her camera capturing the flickering shadows of the room. Just past midnight, a scream shattered the uneasy calm. Everyone rushed to find Evelyn in the kitchen, her hands trembling as she pointed to a pool of blood on the floor. "It's Greg," she whispered. "He's gone." The group searched the cabin but found no sign of Greg, only his bloody jacket by the back door. The realization hit them like the storm outside. One of them might be responsible. The mood turned dark as the group argued about Greg's disappearance. Jason accused Evelyn, pointing out how she'd conveniently found the blood. "Why should we trust you?" he snapped. Mia stepped in, defending the elderly woman, while Lucas tried to calm everyone down. Meanwhile, Lila studied her camera, her hands shaking. "I think I caught something," she said, playing back a video of Greg before his shift ended. In the footage, Greg glances nervously out the window, then whispers, "We're not alone." Jason scoffed. "This is ridiculous. We're trapped in here, not out there." But Lila wasn't convinced. What if Greg wasn't scared of the storm? The cabin grew colder as the fire began to die. Evelyn tried to stoke it but found the firewood soaked with what smelled like kerosene. "Someone's sabotaging us," she said, her voice trembling. Suddenly, a loud thud came from the attic. Everyone froze. Jason grabbed a poker from the fireplace, and Lucas followed with a flashlight. As they climbed the creaking stairs, Lila filmed from behind, her breath visible in the icy air. In the attic, they found Greg, lifeless, his body shoved into the corner. Scrawled on the wall in blood were the words, "One by one." As the group descended, Lucas accused Jason, claiming he'd seen him slip away earlier. Jason denied it, but the mistrust was palpable. "We're not waiting for morning," Lucas said. "We need to get out of here before whoever's doing this kills again." The storm howled louder, making escape impossible. The group fortified the cabin, barricading doors and windows, yet unease hung thick in the air. Lila checked her footage again and gasped. In one frame, just before Greg's disappearance, a shadowy figure loomed in the background, someone who wasn't part of their group. "That's not possible," Mia said, clutching Lucas's arm. "We're the only ones here." Evelyn, who had been quiet for a while, suddenly spoke, her voice steely. "Are we, or is someone lying about who they are?" She glanced pointedly at Jason. Frustration boiled over, and Jason snapped. "You think I'm the killer? What about her?" He pointed to Lila. "Always filming, always watching. Maybe you're planning to document your own twisted masterpiece." Before anyone could respond, the lights went out, plunging the cabin into darkness. Chaos erupted as everyone scrambled for flashlights and candles. In the confusion, a scream pierced the air, this time Mia's. They found her clutching Lucas's lifeless body, his throat slit. Mia, shaking and sobbing, whispered, "I saw someone in the dark. It wasn't any of you." Desperation took hold. Evelyn suggested they stick together, but Jason bolted for the door, shouting, "I'm not staying here to die." The door slammed behind him, leaving the group divided. Minutes later, his blood-curdling scream echoed through the storm. Lila, trembling, turned to Evelyn. "What do we do now?" The elderly woman gave a grim smile. "We survive." As Lila backed away, the firelight caught something glinting in Evelyn's hand. A bloody knife. The storm outside roared as the realization struck. The murderer wasn't someone who had entered the cabin. It was someone who had been there all along. As Lila and Mia tried to flee, Evelyn revealed her true identity. Not an innocent hiker, but a deranged escapee from a nearby asylum, using the storm as cover for her twisted game. In the end, only the storm witnessed the final screams, leaving the cabin silent once again.